the big card for your team, man. It seems like you guys are loaded up all the time. So give me an idea what the feel is like ahead of this big night for all of you.
It's like they're saying, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. So, my last fight we did the 3-peat, me, Dan, and Brad. This time we do the 4-peat. So it's going to be another special night, another bucket list to tick off. But at the end of the day, this is just another occasion. It's all business for me. I've been in these high pressure fights before. This will be my I guess debut on a main card for pay-per-view, and I want to capitalize on that spotlight. So in New Zealand right now, this is probably one of the biggest sporting events this year. So I know everyone's going to be watching, everyone that doesn't necessarily watch fighting. I know my partner's grandma was messaging her saying, I've already booked a fight, I'm tuning in, I got all the cousins coming around. So it just shows that this is like transcending not just sport. It's just such a big event, especially for New Zealand martial arts and for Oceania, Australia, New Zealand. Over here we're kind of cousins, so we're going to definitely capitalize on that, and we've done all the work. At one point we were living in the gym at Auckland at City Kickboxing. Our government said we had to stay home, so quick thinking with Eugene, we got our mattresses, our pots and pans, and all our training gear, and we're bunkered down for 2.5 weeks. So that definitely brought us together, and we're so comfortable being around each other now. A bit of a trek coming over here, stopped over in Vegas for a week, and then finally landed here in Abu Dhabi. So it's been a journey, but we're more than ready for these big moments, and we can't wait. It's going to feel like just another sparring day for us at City Kickboxing.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, like, obviously this thing has affected everybody, right, in the way they've had to train, that sort of thing. And I don't think anybody would say it's a good thing, but I thought about you guys kind of all being in there together. Yeah. It feels like some old school kind of stuff. I mean, did that end up being like a good thing, like a benefit, like maybe a little something extra for you guys?
I don't want to say this, but it's probably been one of our best camps yet. And I don't want to say it because I don't want it to be a usual thing where you're moving into the gym now for your fight camp. Like I love my bed, man. I can't do this. And there was a reason I was in the physio room by myself at our gym. We have all the boys were on the jiu-jitsu mats and they had their mattresses on there, and there was a few different empty physio rooms. So I was first in, first served. I've got siblings, I know how it works. So I had my own little space, but for 2.5 weeks, we were living in close quarters. We'd had family meals and barbecues after our hard sessions, and just learning off each other, picking up good habits that people have and implementing it into your own training, and working on mobility and breath work, as well as all these little things that I guess add up and give you that 1% advantage. So it definitely brought us together, and that energy in that room was so contagious. Having Israel there, so flamboyant and so energized as he is, it just rubbed off on everyone. So I feel like it kick-started our fight camp to where we needed to be, and it felt like a Dragon Ball Z hyperbolic chamber. It had only been 2.5 weeks, but it felt like a month. And that's why we're so ready and so prepared now, and that's why I can say it's one of our best camps yet.
So I wanted to ask you about the matchup. As you said, the spotlight of the main card, I mean, a big one. But the matchup is like a newer name, right? I mean, certainly his debut was very, very impressive. But when they gave you that name, was there any part of you that was like, come on, man, like maybe a little higher up the food chain for me? Yeah,
exactly. It's one of these things where the UFC put a few names on the table, but there just wasn't any other names. At that time, I think a lot of the top 5 guys wanted to wait it out for a title shot or a title eliminator, and fair enough if that's what they wanted to do, but I didn't want to sit on the shelf anymore, and I told Eugene, let's just take this fight. I want to get back in there, and it just happened to be with 3 of my other teammates, so it kind of worked out well. And this is what I wanted to happen. At one point early in the year, I was scheduled to fight, I think, Alex Perez, and the way things didn't work out in New Zealand, I couldn't leave my house, and I didn't want to do a camp like that half-ass and in my garage. So I knew I had to prepare the best that I could, and I wanted to wait it out until it was the right time, and now it's the right time where Eugene has created, or has done quality control where he knew the only way to do this was to live in the gym and him to be there 24/7 and watch over us and be there for the 10 weeks. So that's happened this camp. We've done everything we can, and we've left no stone unturned. So I feel 100% confident coming into this fight. And I know Brandon's a tough opponent. Now he's number 9 now. You know, he's come from a good promotion before, prior to the UFC. He's taken out a vet. But my experience is definitely something that is going to be a factor in this fight. This is nothing new to me, being on the main card, and this will be my 13th fight in an 13th country that I've fought in. So being on the Ultimate Fighter and fighting in front of no crowd already, I think this is his first fight outside of America. So you know, all these little things are definitely a factor leading up to the fight. You know, the time difference, getting used to the travel, and all these little adjustments that you have to take in consideration. If you've never done it before, it can kind of get overwhelming, and that's why, like I said at the start, it's all business for me. I'm not here for holiday. I know it's Fight Island, but I'm coming there to take a win and to keep climbing the rankings. I know the way to get to this title shot is just keep racking up these wins, and I know I'm not that far away, and I'm not looking past Brandon, but that's all I'm focused on right now.
After this fight, there's a lot of like key flyweight fights happening all like on that same card. Are you looking to fight again around that time so you can be on the same time frame as the champion and these #1 contenders?
I want to be first reserve. If one of these guys don't make weight, Cody or Figueroa, I want to be slotted in there. I want to make a statement. I know my nicknames don't blink, and I haven't delivered a finish in the UFC yet, but I know it's there. I just have to be patient, and I just need to I guess pick my shots when the time's right. But for this fight, this is a good matchup for me. He's dangerous on the ground, and he likes to swing as well. So it's going to be it's a fun fight for this main card and for the flyweights, and I feel like we're just going to put more spotlight on our division, and then obviously Cody and Figueroa fighting in November, and Brandon Moreno fighting Alex Perez. These are great matchups, and I would happily fight any of those guys. And I would love a quick turnaround after this fight, but obviously not looking past Brandon. But yeah, I would love to just keep this momentum going. That's the fastest way to make a name for yourself and to climb the rankings, is to stay active. So yeah, let's just get through Saturday and then go from there.
With those 2 names, or those 4 names you said, plus you and Brandon, do you think the flyweight division, this is the most competitive flyweight division it's been in a long time? Yeah,
definitely. It's so even. You know, anyone in that top 5 can beat anyone on any given night. So that's what makes it exciting, and I'm happy to be a part of that. I guess elite status in the division, and we're all there for a reason. We've all paid our dues, and we're all putting on exciting fights. I think for the last 10 to 15 fight nights, at least one flyweight has got a bonus. So it's a good thing that the other guys in the division are putting on a show, and the UFC are recognizing that. Now we've got a main card slot, and a lot of eyes are going to be on us. So we're definitely going to capitalize on that, and I'm going to take everything he has and put the pressure on him and see what he's made of.
And one final one, you mentioned the hyperbolic chamber.
Yeah.
Is everyone in City Kickboxing a Dragon Ball Z fan?
I think so. At one point, my hair was blonde, and I was like, okay, enough. I can't do this. I shaved it all off, and the next day they all started calling me Krillin. So, yeah, everyone is a big fan of Dragon Ball Z, and it's just how it is at our gym. I think Israel being such a fan of Japanese cartoons and stuff like that, so it just rubs off on everyone.
Do you like Krillin? Was that an insult?
I don't like Krillin. That was an insult. Look at
Krillin.
He's not even Super Saiyan.
That's true.
He can't even turn Super Saiyan. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, he dies a lot too.
Exactly. And the one that would be Vegeta was definitely Dan Hooker. He's he's a good guy now,
Is
but
he angry all the time?
he's angry. But like inspiring. Like he's got kill shots. Like his knees will, if it touches you, you're like, oh, thank God you didn't like turn that over, because that would have definitely put me out. So
then who's Goku?
Probably Israel, yeah. And then, yeah, I need to go back and watch it. It's been so long since I watched Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.